uncommon in facilities like this. They can be identified by the stunning torpedo-shaped bodies you've just seen demonstrated right there, as well as the black, gray, and white coloration patterns along their sides. Now, Pacific white-sided dolphins are considered to be one of the most acrobatic species of dolphin in the world. Splash. That's what we're talking about. As the name would suggest, Pacific, they are found in the North Pacific Ocean. They have been spotted from northern Mexico all the way up to Alaska and all the way across the Pacific onto the coast of Japan. Now, I'm curious to know if anyone in my audience may have seen this species of dolphin in the ocean before. Anyone? Over there. Over there. Over here. Over there. May have seen them off a BC ferry, maybe in the Strait of Georgia, showcasing some aerials and acrobatics there. But these animals are facing many dangers in the open ocean, and Hannah and Helen do have first-hand experience with those threats. So I'm going to hand it off to one of our trainers, Adria. As somebody who works so closely with these animals, can you tell us about their amazing stories of survival?
I sure can. Both of our dolphins are what we refer to as rescued and rehabilitated animals. They are both found entangled in fishing nets off the coast of Japan. They are then brought to a rehabilitation facility where they are deemed non-releasable. Now, luckily, we've been able to provide them a permanent home here at the Wild Coast. Working with me today is the beautiful Hannah. Hannah's been here since 2005, and we've been able to build and maintain a very strong relationship with her in order to provide her the best possible care through training and regular checkups. Now, everything that we learned through Hannah's healthcare can be used by veterinarians and researchers to gain a better understanding of these mysterious dolphins. In fact, every day that we spend with them reveals more information about their species as well as their individual personalities, which, believe it or not, are just as different as you and me. Isn't that right? Yes. But most of all, Helen and Hannah do remind us that nets pose a serious threat to dolphins all over the world.
Thank you very much for that, Adria. So these animals are facing many dangers in the open ocean. We're trying to find different ways that we can protect them. But in order to do that, we do need to review what we know about this particular species. Well, we know that they live in groups. Now, these groups can be anywhere from 2 to 3, like the ones found inside this habitat, but it can be much more than that. They can be seen in groups of upwards of 2,000 individual dolphins. We also know Pacific white-sided dolphins travel together. Now, this particular species has been clocked at speeds of over 35 kilometers per hour. It's about 22 miles per hour. Let's put that in perspective. The speed limit in Stanley Park is only 30. So if you're driving in the park, assuming you're following the posted speed limit, and there was a dolphin swimming alongside your car, like Hannah right here, she would actually beat you in a race. Now, the speed you just seen exhibited is fantastic when it comes to avoiding predators, as well as surprising prey. On the topic of prey, can anyone shout out for me what they think a Pacific white-sided dolphin might eat? Oh, dolphins have got it. Fish! And you heard it over here too. Fish. So I want you to imagine for a second that you are a dolphin looking for food in the North Pacific Ocean. Our waters are absolutely teeming with life. Dolphins like these are often seen swimming around in the water trying to catch that fish. But exactly how much energy do they use in the hunt? Well, that's something we were trying to uncover here at the Vancouver Aquarium with the help of Hannah and Helen. We want to know how much energy it takes for a dolphin to be a dolphin. Because usually, you think of dolphins, you think of high-energy aerials and acrobatics, like this. But how exactly do they do that? Well, to figure that out, we've trained our dolphins to do something quite miraculous. Watch this. This is my favorite part of the show. We've trained them to stay still. That took a lot of work. Now, once they're staying perfectly still, we have a great big metabolic chamber that floats on top of the water. It calculates their oxygen rates. Once we know that, it allows us to figure out their metabolic rates, or in other words, how they convert their food into energy. Eventually, our hope is to be able to tell you how much energy it takes for Hannah to do a bit of a back dive, just like that. And once we know how much energy it takes for her to go around and around and around in the air, we can predict how fishing practices are going to impact the populations of dolphins off the coast of BC. And let me tell you folks, we are incredibly lucky to be working so closely with Hannah and Helen. They do allow us an opportunity to conduct research projects that just are not possible with dolphins in the open ocean. Now, it's no secret at this point, Pacific white-sided dolphins are incredibly energetic, acrobatic, maybe splashy, and playful, as people above and below the water have seen from these amazing aerial displays. In fact, researchers and scientists are often baffled at the sheer amount of time and energy that these animals dedicate to play. They're often seen playing or acting very social alongside whales, dolphins, porpoises, seals, sea lions, even alongside people in boats. So there's no question that play is an integral part of their life, but it's also a very costly one. The more they play, the more they leap. The more they leap, the more energy they need, and the more energy they need, the more fish they're going to have to consume. But think about it, these are not the only major fish-eating predators off our coast. Can anyone think of another animal that eats a lot of fish?
Penguins.
Sea lion.
Sea lions, more than sea lions. More than sharks.
Orca.
Orcas, more than orcas.
Penguins.
People, is what I was looking for. You, me, great Aunt Bertha. We eat a lot of fish. In fact, we often eat far more than our fair share. There are several conservation groups who believe if we continue to consume energy and vitamin-rich fish at the rate that we are, it will simply not be enough for dolphins like these who need it to survive. So the impact of fishing practices, and in some cases overfishing, how they're affecting Pacific white-sided dolphins, is an incredible mystery that these amazing animals are helping us uncover. But folks, like all good mysteries, the more questions you answer, the more questions arise. The biggest question that we are dedicated to answering here at the Vancouver Aquarium is how can we help? We know that human-induced challenges like overfishing seem to be some of the biggest threats that these animals face in the open ocean, but there is good news. There are simple things that you and I can do to help them, and quite honestly, just by tweaking our consuming habits just a little bit. So I'm going to ask you folks a question. I want you to be as honest as you can with me. If you feel any better, look to my answer first, and then maybe you can feel more comfortable. My question is as follows. Who likes to eat seafood? My hand is in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6? Alright, all 6 of you, I guess. I think there's more, but you 6, I guess. Listen very carefully. We don't think there's anything wrong with eating seafood here at the aquarium. As I said, I do it quite a bit. But we do think it's important to do it in a sustainable manner, which is why we've started this. Now, I know you can't see it. Don't worry. Don't lean over. You're going to fall off. Check over on that side and on that side as well. That's the Oceanwise program. If you see that logo on those green posters anywhere in Vancouver, BC, across Canada, and some of the surrounding states, you know you are making a sustainable seafood choice. You have our assurance that it is a sustainable option. That way, you look for that logo, you know your seafood is being harvested from a sustainable population, and B, we're not completely destroying the environment in the collection process. So just look for it, and you know you can eat your seafood guilt-free. Now you might be thinking, well, that's all well and good in theory, but I can't remember every single Oceanwise approved business, so I guess I can't help. Incorrect. If you have an iPhone, an iPod, an iPad, an iChild, whatever you have the ability to download apps. The Oceanwise app is free of charge. It does not cost you anything. It gives you a full seafood guide and a comprehensive business directory to find the closest Oceanwise approved business in your area. That way, you can look stylish while you help these animals who have done such a great job today. Why don't we give them a round of applause? You guys folks, well, the Pacific white-sided dolphin is still shrouded in mystery, luckily, with the help of Hannah and Helen, researchers, but most importantly, thanks to amazing people like you. Because by coming today and paying admission, maybe buying yourself something at the cafe or at the gift shop, you're helping fund our facility, as we are a not-for-profit research and conservation organization. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of myself, our 2 beautiful dolphins, and our 2 fantastic trainers. Take care.